Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our final episode on travelling between Alice Springs and Darwin. This week we're heading into Katherine. It's our final leg before we take some R&R out at Litchfield National Park. So go and get yourself a cold drink, get your feet up for the next 20 minutes or so. Come and join Ali and I for the adventure. Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Alison.
We decided a couple of years ago that we'd work hard and save all of our money and start living life on our own terms.
So we bought a caravan and hit the road on a trip for two all around Australia.
So why not come and join us every week for our adventures? So we left that great campsite down at Gorge airstrip and we made our way up to what I'm going to say is one of our favourite and a definite must do if you're travelling north or south towards or away from Darwin, and that is a stop in Mataranka. Now we've come out to the Bitter Springs Camping and Caravan Park. It's a great stay out here. We really enjoyed it. We stayed here last year. It's so easy, the access down to Bitter Springs and just float along in the river, which we're going to go and do very, very soon. But it doesn't matter where you come and stay in Mataranka, whether it be at the homestead, the caravan park, or out here where we are at Bitter Springs. I think it's something you definitely need to have on your list, just for at least a day. We're going to stay here for 3 days and just take advantage of it. The longer you stay here, the cheaper it becomes. For us, it was $45 a night, but we copped a 10% discount because we're staying for 3. So I think it worked out to be about 41. But if you stay for 7, you get a 15% discount. There's no bookings when you come to the caravan parks here or down at the homestead. You just turn up, get in the queue and wait your turn, and they take you in from there. You can get into this one here in Bitter Springs from 8 o'clock in the morning, and they just bring you around and put you onto a site based on how many days you're going to stay and whether you want power or you want unpowered. But yeah, what a great place to come and visit. Definitely must do when you're heading towards Darwin. So our real reason for coming to the caravan park is to go and swim in the beautiful Bitter Springs. It's a beautiful walk as you come down from the caravan park, as you walk along the sides of the river. But if you're not for walking, you can also drive down, because there is a car park which is generally pretty full, particularly on very touristy type days around the weekends. But you'll find some toilets and things down there, and then it's just a short walk from the car park down to the springs where you can grab yourself a pool noodle and just drift the day away. Well, I got so excited to go for a swim, I nearly forgot to show you around the caravan park. If you want to come and stay, great place to come and stay. Little kiosk here, you can come in, you can book some tours, you can grab yourself a mango ice cream if you like. There's also a car washing facility, which was very popular here. But the van park just has beautiful surrounds as you walk around, and of course there's all the normal amenities like toilets and showers and this fantastic camp kitchen and notice boards to let you know what's going on around Mataranka. So we finally made our way up to Katherine. This is our final destination before we take a couple of days R&R up in Litchfield. We got a bit of swimming and stuff up there. Had that planned for a little while.
Yes.
But we've come back to the Katherine Farm Stay because it's such a great place to stay, isn't it?
It is a great place to stay, and In the off season, they've told us they've done a few renovations and improvements around the place, so it's looking even better.
It is, yeah. They've put up toilets and all sorts of stuff out here, which they had before, but now they've just got more.
Yes.
And I think they put in another camp kitchen, but it's a great place.
Yes.
There is thousands of kids here at the moment, but why not? This is a great place to bring the kids or the grandkids along to. They have such a great time.
They're having a mighty time.
They certainly do. They get to go to the animal feedings, and there's a pool here they're jumping in and out of all day, and the weather, as you know, up here in the north is always good. So we're going to go out to Katherine Gorge, I think, while we're here. Yeah, we didn't get to do that last year, so I'll go out this year, we'll do that. And we're really looking forward to taking a walk and seeing some of the beautiful areas around Katherine. This is our site at the Katherine Farm Stay. $30 a night in the unpowered section. We don't mind it. You do get plenty of sun up there and some great shade from the trees, but if you need power, it's directly across the road, and it's a short walk for everybody down to the beautiful Katherine River. Well, good morning everyone. We've come out this morning to the, I'm going to try and pronounce this right, the Nitmiluk National Park, formerly known as Katherine Gorge. In fact, it was formerly known many, many years ago. Beautiful place to come and see, though, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
We're going to do the Waterway loop walk this morning. I hope I pronounced that right, I'm sure I didn't. But it's about 5Ks and it takes you around the gorge. It finishes at the lookout, which should be pretty good. We give ourselves a couple of hours to do that.
Yes.
Just make sure you bring plenty of water along. Anyway, let's go check it out. So we're on the yellow route today, and of course it starts with a bloody uphill section. Anyway, we'll get up the top, check it out. So the first thing you notice, like we do with a lot of the walks that we've done in the NTs, they're all well-formed paths and quite easy to negotiate in most places. This is a grade 3 walk, which is a moderate walk. It just requires a medium level of fitness. So the loop walk, like so many other walks that we've done in the NT, it's quite easy to negotiate. This is a grade 3 walk, so you need a medium level of fitness, but that's not too bad. I mean, we can cope with it pretty easy. The tracks are well defined and very easy to walk along, aren't they?
They are, and they've got a lot of formed areas within the track so far.
Yeah, they certainly do. So always take time to stop and have a look around you, because the sights as you walk along are absolutely spectacular through here. It's a really good place to come and do a hike.
And they've also got information boards as you go along that explain various pieces of where you are and how it came to be.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting. Anyway, let's get on to the lookout. So we've come to the first small lookout on your way up to the top of the gorge, and you start to get a view of the Katherine River for the first time. It is stunning, isn't it, Elle?
It is stunning. Yes, it is.
Beautiful place to come and see. Now, we won't be going swimming today. The river does contain a mixture of freshwater and saltwater crocodiles. I did read online that the salties are generally in the lower reaches of the river. I'm not exactly sure where they are. I'm not putting a toe in the water to find out, but it's a beautiful place to come and see. The lookout up here is fantastic. I'll throw the camera around, give you a bit of a look. So here's the view from the first lookout that you get, and as you can see, right down along the Katherine River there. We just saw a tour boat go up, so there are tours that come along here. I think I read online it was about $129 per person to do the gorge tour on the boat, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do the walk around, as we said, the loop walk. I can't think of the name of it. I'm going to stick it in here so you can see the name if you want to come and do it yourself. But so far, absolutely fantastic. Rightio, so a few more steps later you'll come to the actual lookout. Now this lookout is 900 metres from the start point, so it's a 1.8 kilometre turnaround. It's quite an easy walk. In fact, the walk back will be a lot easier because you're going down the steps and everything comes with a handrail. But the views from the main lookout here are, I don't know, very, very hard to put into words. You just start to see the actual enormity of the gorge, don't you, Elle?
You do. I don't think we've really got the enormity of it at the moment, but we're starting to get a better picture, and it's quite spectacular.
We certainly are. Now, this is one of those walks where you need to come with plenty of water with you, and you also need to make sure you start at the right time of day. I think they close it down, like a lot of the ones in the territory, they close them down to about 36 degrees because it's just too hot for people to walk around when they come up here. But we're going to continue on with the walk from here. Just follow the yellow markers. That'll do the full loop walk, and I just assume that it brings you back to where we are now. Then eventually we'll make our way back down the hill. All of the lookouts that we've found so far come with plenty of information of, I suppose, the story of the gorge, and these ones speak of the rainbow serpent and how the gorge was made. And just one last thing, if you want to come out and do this walk around the gorge, and I'd say, you know, if you can, come out and do it because it's a beautiful place to come and see. You do need the parks pass. It's the same down at the Devil's Marbles. You can buy yourself the day, the 3-day, the 6-month, the yearly, the whatever it is. But if you come up here for the day, it's about $10 each. So $20 to come out and do the hike. Seems a bit weird when you've got to pay money to walk, but here we are, and you get to enjoy these beautiful places. All of the trails out here, a lot of the trails out here around the gorge are shared trails. Because this isn't only popular for walkers, it's also very popular for mountain bike riders, and there's a lot of mountain bike tracks that you can do if you're into that sort of thing and you come up here, and they all have different lengths obviously and different degrees of difficulty. So if you're into mountain biking, I'll drop a link in below, which is just the Northern Territory government site for the national park. You can get some info on it, maybe come out here and go for a bit of a burn around. Right now, when you come to the top of the gorge, you'll find a water treatment plant up here. And there's access to some fresh water if you need to top your bottle off before you go along the track any further. It's not the hottest day in the world today, but it's quite warm, so refill the water jerry on the way out and continue on with the trail. The sound of that compressor just scared the living shit out of me when we were walking up the trail. I heard something move in the grass and it went off at the same time. I didn't know what I was getting attacked by.
Steve moved very quickly.
Quick as I've moved in 30 years. So we're right at the top of the gorge now. We're looking back towards the Nitmiluk centre, and you can see all the car parks. There's picnic areas down there. There's a boat ramp. There's parking for buses, caravans, you name it. It's got it all. And of course you get this spectacular view from the top of the gorge. Fantastic. Rightio, so once you get to the top of the gorge and you start to walk past the water point, it's a little bit of like the ranger's access road, I think. But I'm sure that'll change because you do come back to the gorge, but it's really easy walking as you come along, isn't it, Al?
Yes, it's been very easy.
It has. I'll turn the camera around and give you a bit of a look, but here it is here. So as you can see, it's just the road at the moment, but looking at the map that we took a photograph of back at the Visitors Centre, this comes back in on the gorge, so we're looking forward to that part of it, because this part, to be very honest with you, is just a little bit of boring bush, but we'll get through it. And I'm sure there'll be a great surprise at the other end. So we stopped to read the information sign. There's plenty of these as you go around. And this one talks about this pink type of bush. Now, we've seen this a lot while we've been in the territory this year and last year. This one's called turkey bush. I couldn't pronounce it in the Aboriginal word, which I think is the way you'd pronounce that. But it's a resprouting shrub, which is hard timber with straight stems. So they used to use it to make spears and stuff for catching fish. So there you go. Even the old goanna was on the end of the business end of one of those spears at some point. So yeah, it's interesting to find out. It's the first time I've ever seen information on this pink tree, and it's so prolific when you come up and you walk around the Northern Territory. So we've come to a sign which is getting towards the end of the path that we're on today, and this just talks to you about the other walks, or the southern walks and trails that from around here, and you can continue on quite a distance. In fact, you can go at least another 10 k's out to Jedda's Rocks. We're not going to go out and do these ones. We'll save these or something else for the future. But from here, if you want to go out to Pat's Lookout, that's another 4 or 5 k's return, about another 2 hours onto this walk. And if you want to do the Southern Rock Hole, that's another 5.5 k's return walk for that one. So yeah, they're all great walks to come and do. You definitely need to be prepared. I don't think we're prepared enough to do those longer ones today. Probably would have brought some food and stuff along, but what we do is just continue to follow the trail up. And obviously don't swim. That's our walk around the gorge this morning. I quite enjoyed it. What about you, Al?
I did. I enjoyed myself and the walk. It's beautiful views.
It is. Look, the second part of the walk, when we continued on with the loop, I've got to say there's not too much to see there for us anyway. It's just following the road around, wasn't it?
I was going to say, yes, you're following the track that the rangers take, so it's probably not as interesting or exciting.
Yeah, the first part though up to look at, definitely worth doing. So if you're coming out here and that's all you're going to do, that's what I'd suggest would be a great walk to do. But if you do want to continue on with the walk and do the full loop like we did, it is the junction point. You'll find the junction point to other walking trails when you get out there.
Yes, yeah, for a short term and day walks.
Yeah, so there's walks that go up to like 10 to 12 k's return here, and then there's overnighters that you can do as well, and they all junction in off that loop walk that we've done. I think if we're going to do those, we'd probably come and stay here in the National Park. There's a campground right in front of us where we're standing at the moment.
Yes, it looks really nice actually.
It does. You can book in here and stay, and then use this as your base to go out and do the walks of the day, then come back of an evening and do that, or shoot up to the cafe and grab yourself a feed.
Yes, the centre was pretty nice actually when we went in there. There's an art centre, a bit of an information centre, and a lovely cafe area. Yeah, there certainly is, and there was plenty of people out having their breakfast on the deck this morning. It's also the point where you can book tours and start your tours from there as well, isn't it? Yes, there is. There's lots to see and do in there. There is. So anyway, we're going to head back into camp now and have a think about what we're going to have for lunch. Stephen's belly's talking to him. Well, yes, a bit of walk builds up a bit of an appetite. Anyway, we'll see you back at the farm stay.
Well, that's it for this week's episode. Ali and I really hope that you enjoyed it. Come and join us next week. We head into Darwin. We celebrate our wedding anniversary and we take a little bit of time off the road so we can put some more money in the bank and do a little bit of work at Woolworths. We also meet up with some old friends who are going to travel through Kakadu and then later on the Gibb River Road. If you liked today's episode, make sure you give us a like before you go. If you have any questions or comments, hit us up in the comment section. And of course, as usual, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so because it really allows our channel to grow. But until next Saturday at 7 o'clock, you guys have yourselves a great week. We can't wait to see you. We'll see you then.